my channel Industry 4.0. Today, in this video, we will go through with a brief introduction of Raspberry Pi and peripheral. Please like and share the video and subscribe to my channel. So, let's start the video. Introduction. Raspberry Pi is known as a series of small single-board computers. Raspberry Pi Foundation developed it in the United Kingdom. It will act as a mini personal computer by connecting peripherals. Raspberry Pi is sluggish than laptop or desktop. Though, it is quite a computer that may offer all the likely features at low power consumption. In this video, we will go through with a brief introduction of Raspberry Pi and peripheral. Description. Raspberry Pi's task first leaned towards the elevation of teaching basic computer science in schools. The unique model became more prevalent than expected, marketing outdoor its target market for uses, for example, robotics. Raspberry Pi Foundation formally delivers Debian-based Raspbian operating system. Similarly, they offer a NOBS operating system for Raspberry Pi. We may install some third-party versions of operating systems similar to Ubuntu, Arch Linux, RISC operating system, and Windows 10 IoT Core, etc. Raspberry Pi is a very low-cost computer. It runs Linux and makes available a set of GPIO, general-purpose input-output, pins. That allows us to control electronic components for physical computing and search the Internet of Things, IoT. Uses. Raspberry Pi is extensively used in many areas, for example, for weather monitoring due to its low cost, modularity, and open design. It is usually used by computer and electronic hobbyists because of its acceptance of HDMI and USB devices. It is generally used for real-time image and video processing, IoT-based applications, and robotics applications. People use the Raspberry Pi to learn programming skills, build hardware projects, do home automation, implement Kubernetes clusters and edge computing, even use them in industrial applications. What is a Raspberry Pi? Official operating system. Raspbian OS is any official operating system obtainable for free to use. This OS is well optimized to use with Raspberry Pi. Raspbian has GUI that comprises tools for browsing, Python programming, Office, games, etc. We should use an SD card to store the OS that is a minimum of 8 GB recommended. Raspberry Pi makes available access to the on-chip hardware. Therefore, it is more than a computer. It has ARM-based Broadcom processor SoC. That is available along with an on-chip GPU. Raspberry Pi models. There has been various age group of the Raspberry Pi line ranging from Pi 1 to 4 and Pi 400. There has normally been a Model A and a Model B of record age group. Model A has been a less costly alternative. It inclines to have reduced RAM and fewer ports, for example USB and Ethernet. The Pi Zero is a byproduct of the original Pi 1 generation. It is made even reduced and cheaper. Here's the lineup so far. Pi 1 Model B, 2012. Pi 1 Model A, 2013. Pi 1 Model B Plus, 2014. Pi 1 Model A Plus, 2014. Pi 2 Model B, 2015. Pi 0, 2015. Pi 3 Model B, 2016. Pi 0W, 2017. Pi 3 Model B Plus, 2018. Pi 3 Model A Plus, 2019. Pi 4 Model A, 2019. Pi 4 Model B, 2020. Pi 400, 2021. Hardware. The Raspberry Pi hardware has changed through many versions. That feature differences in the type of the central processing unit, amount of memory, networking support, peripheral device support. Hardware. The above block diagram explains models B, B+, A, and A+. The Pi Zero models are the same, though absent the Ethernet and USB hub components. The Ethernet adapter is inside linked to an additional USB port. The USB port is associated directly with the system on a chip in Model A, A+, and the Pi Zero. The USB or Ethernet chip comprises a 5-port USB hub on the Pi 1 Model B+ and later models. 4 ports are available there, however, the Pi 1 Model B only delivers 2. The USB port is likewise connected directly to the SoC on the Pi Zero. The 40-pin GPIO connector is absent on the Pi Zero. That is totally different from all other Pi models. Processor speed is 700 MHz to 1.4 GHz for the Pi 3 Model B+. The processor speed is 1.5 GHz for the Pi 4. The onboard memory is 256 MB to 8 GB RAM. Safe digital SD cards and micro SDHC form factor are used to store the OS and program memory. However, several models moreover come with onboard eMMC storage. The Raspberry Pi May 4 also make use of USB-attached SSD storage for its operating system. There are 1 to 5 USB ports on the board. HDMI and composite video are held for video output with a standard 3.5 mm tip ring sleeve jack for audio output. Lower-level production is given by a number of GPIO peripherals. The Raspberry Pi can also optionally be operated with any generic USB computer keyboard and mouse. It may be used with USB storage and USB to MIDI converters. Also, can be used with virtually any other device or component with USB capabilities. That depends on the installed device drivers in the original operating system. Additional peripherals may be attached over the many pins and connectors on the surface of the Raspberry Pi. For more details, visit https://www.technologiesandindustry4.com/2021/11/whatisaraspberrypi.html.